Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got this beautiful feeling. Nerd news is coming your way. Good morning, nerds. This is the last face you want to see when you wake up in the morning. I'm Joseph Craven, and you are joining us live here on this simultaneously streamed this simultaneously streamed live broadcast of Nerd News slash Super Squad D. So Nerd News presented by Super Squad D or something like that. Hey, whoops, there it is. Someone really needs to warn me about this. We got a live chat going right here. It's on the screen. Comment if you got something to say. If you don't have anything to say, comment anyway, and we'll be all right with that. I'm checking the specs down here, keeping an eye on making sure that everything does seem to be online properly. Kind of looks like it does. This is exciting. This is an exciting time because we're advancing into Super Squad D level technology here, which is a big deal. Like, I'm going to go ahead and turn to a second camera. No? Well, okay. I kind of look like an idiot now. Guess we're just going to ignore the fact that that happened and get on with the news, since that's what you're here for. Whew. Writer, director, actor, hockey jersey wearer Kevin Smith announced on social media that he had a sudden massive heart attack but is okay. Keeping with his sense of humor, he said he was working on a killer stand-up routine, his words, but it seemed to have the opposite effect as desired. After the first set of what was to be 2 comedic acts, Smith experienced vomiting, severe pain. He canceled the second show, went to the hospital, where doctors told him he had 100% blockage of his lower anterior descending artery, aka the Widowmaker. They call it that because normally when you have blockage of the LAD artery, then it results in sudden death. Smith was able to get there in time. Doctors were able to save his life. And on social media, he posted a very interesting look at what was running through his head during what could have been his final moments, a near-death experience. He expressed gratitude towards his parents, his daughter, his fans, his friends, the people who played a direct role in saving his life. It's a pretty nice post if you haven't read it already. Regardless of how you feel about Kevin Smith's creations, if you're much of a Jay and Silent Bob fan, which they have announced that they're going to try to do a reboot of that, so that's exciting if you are a fan. Either way, in this long string of celebrities dying early that we seem to have had in recent years, it's very nice to see somebody not kicking the bucket yet. Thanks for staying with us, Kevin Smith. And thank you to all the doctors who worked hard to keep him alive. Whew. Alex Garland's film adaptation of Alex Garland. It's what it says. Of Alex Garland. His adaptation of Alex Garland. Unbelievable. Interns, I'm telling you. Annihilation, there we go, opened up this past week to low attendance and mixed audience reaction. The movie drew some criticism for being too complicated and too intelligent for the casual moviegoer, which was actually a criticism drawn in early reviews of the movie, not just after release. This, of course, made producer David Ellison nervous. David Ellison at Paramount Pictures. Oof, I need to learn how to talk this morning. Paramount Pictures nervous. He was nervous enough to have sold the rights to any distribution outside of the U.S. to Netflix. Streaming. Ugh. This news is a little dated, with all of that kind of having broken back in December, I believe. But it's no less shocking to see the reaction to Annihilation in theaters. And no less shocking to see that Paramount basically willingly sacrificed having the big theater, big screen entertainment experience in order to guarantee some money out of this exchange or a return for this movie. In the day and age where companies such as MoviePass are really going out of their way to bring back the thrill of the experience of going to the movies, Paramount is beginning to say that they don't really seem to care. You may remember that not long ago, Paramount sold and released the Cloverfield Paradox to Netflix for streaming release, as opposed to going to the theater route, partly because they were concerned that such a strange movie would be a little too difficult to make any money off of, that it would be too difficult to market, that it would be a potential bomb in the box office. They're apparently hoping to avoid that with any sort of release of Annihilation outside of the U.S. And we're talking like Canada doesn't even get it in theaters. We're not just talking about like the Chinese market. We're talking about directly north of here. The Great White North doesn't get it in theaters. The UK doesn't get it in theaters. They get it on streaming. And a lot of people saying this is a massive mistake, because a lot of what makes Annihilation great are the sound, the score, the big effects that look wonderful on a very large theater screen. So the question is Paramount trying to embrace streaming as the future of entertainment media? Is this nothing more than a cop-out? Is this good business to avoid the financial disaster on movies that are a little too large and too risky? Is this a good or bad idea? Hop in the live chat, discuss it, tell us what you think. Is Paramount making the right decision? Is this infuriating? Do you like this quasi-trend that Paramount is putting up right now of streaming movies as opposed to releasing them? Or would you prefer that, hey, Paramount, don't do that? That's Michael B. Jordan. You guys know him. You guys love him. We've gotten a first brief look at two upcoming movies in totally different formats and totally different genres. One of them being HBO's rendition of Fahrenheit 451, the Ray Bradbury dystopian classic, starring Michael Shannon and Michael B. Jordan. And hopefully any other guys named Michael that they could find who are interested in being in a movie. So Michael B. Jordan is returning to HBO. That's right. Where's Wallace? He's burning books, apparently. Jordan plays the role of Guy Montag, the firefighter who questions his job burning books. It's great timing by HBO to release this first teaser trailer of Fahrenheit 451. Go look it up when this stream is done. Well, it's a good idea to do that while Jordan is currently getting a lot of attention out there on the big screen for his role of Eric Killmonger in Black Panther. Which is very interesting because, like, how are we at this point in Michael B. Jordan's career and people are still kind of underrating him as an actor or, like, not talking about him more? Like, the dude was great when he was 15 years old and on The Wire. I mean, come on. Pay attention, everyone. But Eric Killmonger is really putting Michael B. Jordan in front of more mainstream audiences because, you know, everyone turns out to a Marvel movie at all times and they want to see it. He's in there now. He delivers a great performance. So HBO decides, all right, let's go ahead and throw this Fahrenheit 451 teaser out there and try to generate some of the hype, or try to build off of some of the hype that we're seeing with Michael B. Jordan right now. So the question is, are you excited about this? Because I'm pretty excited. Oh, and of course, if you like Michael Shannon, which a lot of people seem to do, then you got Michael Shannon showing up in the teaser trailer talking really creepily, as Michael Shannon tends to do. Pop over to the live chat real quick. Dang it, it's over this shoulder. Someone's got to warn me on this. Fernando jumping in to say that it's okay for some movies, but it'd be nice to see some of them on the big screen, going back to the Annihilation question, especially ones that seem visually spectacular like Annihilation. And this is absolutely right. This is a lot of the criticism and a lot of the anger coming from fans has to do with the fact that it would have been really nice to see Annihilation on the big screen. It would be really nice to see something like, you know, well, you got to see like Blade Runner 2049 on the big screen, right? It's not going to have the same effect if it's released only on Netflix. It's that sort of thing. When you have movies that are banking on being very visually thrilling and enticing, then that's kind of why you go to the movie theaters to see them. And so that's what's drawing a lot of the ire here. I don't think it's a bad business decision, but it's kind of a bad fan decision, right? All right, we need to keep moving to the next movie news. I'm gonna scoot over a little bit because I'm gonna let this thing take it over. Disney released. Look at it. It's beautiful. Disney released this first poster of Wreck-It Ralph 2, showing off the simple poster, cute little like Google homage, Google mention there. I don't know. To promote the upcoming animated adventure, opening on November 21st. Not too much is known right now about Wreck-It Ralph 2 other than, the cast and the overall plot. So, everything. John C. Reilly and Sarah Silverman will return as the characters of Ralph and Vanellope von Schweetz. Taraji P. Henson is in the movie as well, considering it's 2018 and Taraji P. Henson is in every movie coming out this year. Don't know if you are aware of that or not. Good for her. Wreck-It Ralph 2 will show our hero leaving the arcade to venture out into cyberspace. And while all we have of Wreck-It Ralph 2 at this point is a poster and the general concept, we already can feel very confident that it will be better than the reboot of Reboot coming to Netflix. Reboot of Reboot. Are you excited about Fahrenheit 451? Are you excited about Wreck-It Ralph 2? Are you excited about Reboot? Because if so, I apologize for trashing it so much. Let us know in the live chat. We'll throw it up here on the screen again. Over here? Nope, over here. Wow, I can't get my hands right at all today. Finally, in news covering things that nobody really asked for, Nokia is going to bring back one of their old phone designs. You remember this guy? Did you ever play Snake on this guy? This was the Nokia 8110, 8110. Many people referred to this as the banana phone because of its curved design, or that phone that Morpheus sends Neo in a box in the Matrix to talk to him. I always referred to it as the Snake playing device because I never had this phone, but my friends did. So I would just borrow it from them and play a little bit of Snake on it. This phone is coming back. Nokia has decided to re-release it in 4G format. There it is right there. Look at it. And playing off of the whole banana phone moniker by actually making it yellow. So there's that. It's got the sliding case to cover up the buttons. The sliding case can automatically accept and end phone calls, which is pretty cool. It's got 4G signal. It's not a smartphone, so don't expect to be able to play your iPhone, Android touchscreen apps on this thing, but it does have a 4G hotspot option. So you could use it to connect other devices to a network. Most importantly, this phone is going to have Snake on it. I want to emphasize that once again. So actually most importantly, this phone only costs $97. So that low price point and low functionality makes it ideal for people that don't have a smartphone budget but still need to make phone calls. People that kind of want to live off the grid a little bit in terms of dealing with apps and constant barrage of all this sort of stuff. But you still want to contact people, make calls, make texts on that classic T9 keyboard, then this is it. Good affordable option. The way cell phones are supposed to be. Or if you got kids and you want to be able to keep in touch with your kids without, having to spend $700 on a phone for your 10-year-old. Whatever. Fernando says he's excited about, or he's not excited about Reboot, but he'll probably tune into it because he loved the original Reboot. I loved Reboot a whole lot. Reboot got weirdly dark. I think that was very interesting about Reboot, is that it just kind of, at some point in time, after, one season's oh, we're playing games, we're trying to defend the computer, and then, the next season is, the computer crashed, and it's the dystopian future, and it was super weird, but I liked that. That being said, I watched the trailer for the upcoming new version of Reboot, and it didn't seem to have any of the charm of the old show, in my opinion. That being said, yeah, I'm with you, Fernando. I'm still going to check it out just to see whether or not they captured any of that stuff that they were planning on doing. So, we shall see. Hey, that's going to wrap up this live episode of Nerd News presented by Super Squad D, being broadcast on both Nerd News and Super Squad D at the same time. What was your favorite news story so far? What news stories did we miss that we should have covered? What was something that caught your eye? Tell us in the live chat with the stream still going, or forever hold your peace. I hope you've enjoyed this broadcast. You can Subscribe to both channels, Nerd News and Super Squad D, because we're going to, be doing stuff on both channels. So why not? Daily news updates for you, larger discussion questions and live streams elsewhere. And if you ever, want to know about all the other stuff that we didn't cover, because we pick out, 4, 5, 6 of the biggest stories for sure. There's always more stuff going on out there. Go check, CBR.com or Nerdist.com or IGN. That's where a lot of these stories tend to break and where we tend to gather a lot of information so we could present it to you. We are not trying to break news to you. We are just trying to present the news so you don't have to dig through all the websites yourselves. But if you want to do that, then go for it. Big shout out to my co-host in all of these Nerd News and SSD endeavors, Tyler Blunt. Been sick recently and unable to make the videos or stream like he wants to, which is, I know, frustrating for him, but especially frustrating for me, because I sure don't want to make these videos every day. So get better soon, you big jerk. Thanks for watching the show. I'm Joseph Craven, and you, you don't know how it feels. You don't know how it feels.